Kia ora, welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited about this video, my broad bean seed journey for 2024. In April, I sowed Super Aqua Dolce seeds that I bought from Kings Seeds. Robin Hood Dwarf is a dwarf variety, also from Kings Seeds, and then Purple Guatemalan that I bought a few years ago from Koanga, and this is my own saved seeds. The bed that I had for them was just a raised bed, 1.2 meters by 0.9 meters, and yeah, so they do something called tillering, which is really interesting for me, because I put one seed in there, for example, and you can count these up to 8 stems, and each of those stems sorry, they do grow their own beans. So there we go. Now the beans were still very tiny at this stage. This was in September, end of September, and that is our, that's when I top them. Now that is where you take the top growth that I show you there and you just pinch it off, and don't throw it away. They make beautiful eating. Now the reason why I top mine, because I grow it through winter, is because they get something called black fly. I'm going to show you better there. So black fly is basically like a black aphid that you get, and that is really early stages. So that is why I top mine. It usually happens beginning spring. So you just pinch out the top. I put mine, because there's some bugs on there, I just let it lay in a little bit of salty water and then rinse it afterwards, or spin it in your salad spinner. And you can stir fry them, you can steam them, you can put them in a stew, whatever. And even if you get some of the flowers off, don't fret, they are edible too, and they smell amazing. Now, because of a migraine diet that I'm on, I'm not allowed to eat bean seeds. I decided to save my seeds. So I've got this Save Your Own Seeds from Kay Baxter. Now Kay Baxter is, well, she's the founder of the Koanga Institute, which I absolutely really love what they stand for, but that's another video for another time. Now in contents you'll see all the beautiful Latin name for all your different types of veggies that you get, and what we are going to look at today is Fabaceae. This is according to the Google lady, please don't quote me. Now the thing that we need to look at, what I didn't know, because I've been saving my Purple Guatemalan seed for a few years, but obviously I only grew them. So now I grew 3 different parts, and they cross-pollinate. So broad beans are pollinated by bees and insects and do readily cross. So it tells you how far you need to isolate them, which I have not done. Now the other interesting thing is that you only need 1 plant from most of your Fabaceae plants, your peanuts, your pigeon pea, garbanzo, normal green beans, mung beans, whatever. But from your broad beans as well as your runner beans, you need 16, preferably 32 plants. So what I can recommend, like King Seeds, for example, they sell 45 seeds in a packet. Koanga, most of their broad beans is only 20, so you can have a look, and okay, 45 will definitely be enough, or buy 2 seed packets if you need to. Now this is the journey of my seeds. So I sowed them directly in April. I pinched out the tops on the 27th of September. I took the plants out on the 8th of November. They were dried in a ventilated garage. On the 18th of December, I potted them, and then I dried them on this tray, and they are ready to be bagged now. So why I take my whole plants out is because this was already beginning November. So you talk about prime real estate, it is the best month of spring in the garden. So I didn't want to waste space by drying my plants, because that would have been another 2 months before the pots were totally green, and we still get rain, so you have the chance of your seeds not drying properly or get moldy. Now what I've done is I sorted in this you know, so obviously it was three types of beans. And so now I needed to think about what am I gonna do. I've got two choices. So I can't save the seeds because they have crossed. So I can't save Super Aquadulce beans. I can't save Purple Guatemalan. But I can look at it this way. It is something that is open to every gardener to do genetics and selections, to develop your own corns and your own varieties. And this was said by Kenny Orsubel in the book Seeds of Change. Now I find that really amazing. So what I basically can do now is I can look at my seeds and I'm like, I do like the creamy color, so that's what I want to, you know, save seeds from. You know, you can look at size, you can look at color, you can, and this is the trait that you can choose now that you want to grow on. Obviously, maybe because they have crossed, not all of them will come out cream next time, but you just save the cream ones again. Another thing that I love about broad beans is the seeds can stay viable for up to 6 years if you store them correctly. Oh, that is what I wanted to say is, now all the bean seeds that I grew was heirloom varieties. Obviously, if you've got hybrid varieties, that is not always a good idea to save seeds from. But you might end up with an amazing broad bean. Now what I've done, so I decided to go on size, and broad beans 24 on the left corner up left is these 45 seeds that I'm going to store. Those are just brown paper bag sandwich bags that I bought from Woolworths. And on the right I've got another 45 that I have. So that's like, you'll see there's some green ones in because I went for size. And so those are the two. So and then the bottom one I had a total of 236 seeds. I counted them, and those are the ones, obviously not all of them in one stage, but I know now that I've got about 3 years that I can sow seeds and we can pod all of them. And I will show you how I do that when we get to that next year, because what I like to do is, you know, when they are nice and fat in the pot, they don't give anymore, but they are still green. So it's called demi-sec. So you pot them like that and you just freeze them directly. You don't have to soak a dry bean overnight then. So I don't double pot my beans, but you can do that if you want to make a beautiful hummus out of them. So there's so many options. But yeah, this is my journey of my broad bean seeds for 2024. For me, it is a seed to seed video. Unfortunately not for you, because I got only into recording my stuff, you know, what I do in the garden in August. Obviously I recorded some, you know, in a book. I do have a little notebook that I keep track of what I'm doing, but yeah, so I didn't have this, you know, I couldn't show you where I direct sowed the seeds. But yeah, thank you for joining me, and that was Broad Beans 2024. Ka kite anō.